been over a week, no YouTube video. Oh my God, what's going on with Steve? Has he left? Is he continuing? I'm not going anywhere. I just needed to have a rebrand. Where have I been? I've had a virus, as you can probably tell in my voice, and I had a reset. Websites, names, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. We have been sitting down behind the scenes with my new team and planning the assault on becoming the #1 educator in the UK. So it's taken a little bit of time for me to get it perfect and get it exactly how I want it with all the other stuff going on in the background. Why the rebrand? Why? Well, went through a bad year last year, picked myself up, moved forwards. I wanted all my new courses released at the same time. So the buy, refurbish, refinance, rent, the deal sourcing, the flipping, HMOs, auctions, assisted sales, raising finance, joint ventures, social media marketing and branding. I wanted to do them all brand new and fresh. I wanted to have a whole new start. I wanted to change my colours. I wanted to change literally the property circle. I have a massive announcement about the property circle, which will be later on in the video. Right now, I have a one-on-one mentor meeting with Ayub, who is a sensational guy doing great things, has got multiple properties, and we are mapping out his next 3 months and his assault on the auction world. He's got funds available. He wants to buy 2 properties at auction. So today we're going to go through a number of properties, break them down, and I'll give you guys a behind the scenes on how to navigate auctions correctly. Source these 2 properties, and I'm here now just making sure that everything is perfect. The valuation was done on this one today. The valuation is being done on that one Tuesday. The measurements are right, everything's perfect. I'll give you a full breakdown shortly. This is going to be a 4-bedroom mini HMO in Birmingham. The service provider, the lease is ready to go. Valuation on the property was done today, and the valuation on the one next door is being done on Tuesday. We've just been informed. But bathrooms downstairs, kitchen's here, 2 rooms there, 3 bedrooms upstairs. I'm that good. I have a guy that I'm working with at the moment who owns a furniture company, and he's put packages together, 3 different types of packages for 3 different types of levels inside HMOs for supported living, children's care and social housing. And we've tailored the packages because each strategy meets a different kind of criteria basically. So just to put it in context, if you're renting out to supported living, you're not really going to want to put super expensive beds and furniture and stuff in there. Now that's not because they don't deserve to have super expensive stuff, it's because the likelihood on a probability scale is that it's going to get damaged. So we put 3 packages together, created a really cool brochure that gets sent out. So every time I source a property that is being sourced with a government contract, I can actually get all the furniture in there as well, which then means you have the full package, which gets you an increased rent on the room. And I think it's pretty cool, and I'm excited to build this part of my business out over the next 12 months. I'm going through one of my mentor students' properties right now, which is this one here. It's a bungalow in Nottingham, 2 bedrooms. It's listed for offers over £210,000, and she has sent me a breakdown of the property, and it's on here, there. So she's got the refurb at 38,000. It's got a new boiler. It doesn't need the windows changed. It has solar panels on there. She's put down that the max offer that she believes that we can go to with the end value is 198. Now, if we look at the property here, you can see the solar panels there. She's saying the windows don't need changing. The house obviously needs upgrading. She's saying that it can be plastered as skimmed over and not back to brick. There's the new boiler in the bedroom. The one thing about my mentees and what I ask them to look for is savings. So a boiler is a saving. New windows, windows not needed replacing is a massive saving. If we can avoid going back to brick, because what it is at the minute in the market, a lot of the properties are listed 10% above what they really should be listed at, because estate agents are all fighting for work. There's a lot of new estate agents out there that don't have any qualifications, and to get the people to give them the properties, they're offering more. So they're saying to people, oh, it's worth 210, 220, when in reality it's worth 190, 200. And it's causing, it's been a long-standing problem, but we have to combat it by looking at all the things that we can save on, because everybody's expecting us to go in with stupid offers, etc., etc. That's not what we want to do. So spotting the new boiler, spotting the windows don't need replacing, getting away with going back to brick, it's big savings. Site checkup on this Saturday morning. This room is now plastered, ceiling is plastered as well, and we are week 5, I believe it is, going into week 6. Downstairs was plastered last because we was getting the steel in, we had other things that we needed to concentrate on, but this should be dry in the next 3 to 4 days. You can see from the colour of it how dark it is, that it's fresh. And then eventually, if you look around here, this is the colour we will want it to be, so we know it's dry, in order to give it its mist coat. Now, a mist coat is a watered down paint that is sprayed onto all of the walls in order to let us know if the plaster's, well, the plaster is a good plaster for one, but also it absorbs into the plaster, so then when we put the full coat of paint over the top, we're not wasting paint basically to absorb into the plaster. But great job. Team are on site today on a Saturday. I'll show you some more. This room, as you can see on the wall here, is ready to be plastered. We've got all of that over there ready to be done. Plasterboards on there, plasterboards in here all done. We've got the pink fireboards over the steel. Now here, as you can see, we've got the pad stones, which are either side of the RSJ, which is the steel. Building inspector's been in. We're going to get the sign off sent over to us this week. We've had this wall rebuilt as well because it fell down in the last one when we knocked it out. But this kitchen now, which was a very small, dingy kitchen, has now created into a lovely open plan area by removing this wall that was here. So we've used space correctly. It will add value because it's more appealing to the first time buyer and possible tenants if we end up doing a buy, refurbish, refinance rents on this. But great Saturday morning when you get to see progress like this. It makes me smile. There's no point me taking you upstairs till next week. They're upstairs working. All downstairs, if you have a look around there, has been plastered. So if you get the camera across there, you can see that that wall's been plastered down the stairs. Ceiling wasn't boarded the last time we was in here, but it's boarded, and all of the cables are down for the spotlights as well to go in. We've got 4 spotlights in here, 4 spotlights in there, 4 spotlights in the front room. I'm excited to see the next 2 weeks because the kitchen's being delivered this week, the bathroom's being delivered this week coming, the tiles will be on site Monday morning, so over the next 5 to 8 days, this will transform massively. Right, this is architrave. This goes around the doors, and if you look here, this is going to be where an internal door is fitted. So the architrave, which is that, goes up, across, and usually down. It makes the doors look really nice. It's the feature. This one here is 4.2 meters in length, and it's from Howden's. It's called Burford. It has a line inscribed in it. It gives it a nice feature. There is a matching skirting board. Now the skirting board is the stuff that goes around the edge of the rooms, and you can have the matching. You don't always have to have the matching. A lot of people don't know what the word architrave means because it's just another fancy word for the nice stuff that goes around the door to make it look pretty. And that's what it is. But that's from Howden's. You can get them from B&Q. You can get them from everywhere. Go on the internet. They range from 2.4 metre lengths up to 4.2 metre lengths. They're 4 quid, 5 quid, 6 quid, 7 quid, 8 quid. You can get better styles. You can pay a lot more for them if you want to. But the one that I go for, which is middle of the range, it's absolutely perfect and it looks the part, is that one from Howden's. This is a pay-as-you-go meter with a top-up key. And it's quite common in properties. This was fitted into this property before we took over. Now, it had a debt on the pay-as-you-go meter when we moved in. I think it was £115 if I can remember. A lot of property investors, when they buy, as in they take over the first time when they're in something like this, will probably believe that they have to pay that £115 off in order for them to carry on using it. No, what you do is you contact the supplier, you let them know that you've taken ownership on this date and you provide them with some proof, and they will write off the debt that's on there and start you from fresh. So never pay the money that's on there from before you take over ownership of the property. So far so good. Happy with the progress, happy with everything. The stage payments are up to date. We're not ahead, we're not behind. Everybody's happy, the builders are happy, the property's coming along. It was a good day. I also got to show Ikam around the property as well on a Saturday, because he was just happened to be at the Belfry. Just happened to be there. Still not recovered. I actually think I might have hay fever now. I have no idea what the hell is going on, but back to work.